Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom. Right off the bat, this movie was insane. Now, before we get started, there is going to be spoiler alerts. I'm not doing so much of a review where I'm just going from plot to plot, more just my impressions of it, because this movie came out maybe about a year ago, give or take, right? So most people already put out their reviews and stuff like that. This is just my impressions of what I thought of the movie I saw last night. Um, I'm like that movie had me at the edge of my seat. Okay, midpoint, it had me on the edge of my seat. Now, I love Kira Yamato. Out of all the pilots of any Gundam series, Kira, the Strike Freedom, is always going to be my favorite, right? So in the first part of the movie, he is literally just, he's kicking ass and taking names with a new suit, which I'm not even really too sure how he got that suit. Because I'm like, well, what happened to the Strike Freedom? Like, why is nobody, you got Shin that's using the an updated version of the Justice and so forth. So I'm just like, what happened to the Destiny? What happened to the Strike Freedom? Right? He's pretty much just using the updated version of the Freedom. It's still a good suit, by the way, but I'm a Strike Freedom guy. So anyway, he's kicking ass, taking names in the beginning of the movie, right? But then he fights this group, or they fight this group called the Black Knights. And listen, I've never seen. I didn't even think it was possible to sit there and see like people press Kira this much, right? The first time he fought Akron, I'm not even going to sit there and say he lost, because in all reality, the only way Akron was able to sit there and beat him was to literally destroy his own suit. And when Shen fought him, well, they just want to sell toys. Okay, that's literally what it was. He was not fighting with his full force. And when he fought the Legend, it was kind of at a standstill. But this guy came in with his team, and yeah, when I started seeing pieces of the Freedom come off, I was like, I was just like literally a deer in headlights the entire time, because it wasn't like he wasn't trying or he was holding back or anything like that. He was just being bodied, right? And I knew when he started having issues, well, it was just no chance for anyone else. When he got, Shin got, I think they call it, well, the old school, they call him the Black Tri-Star or whatever, the Rick Doms or whatever. Her team got destroyed. I was like, yo, these people, like this group, this updated version of coordinators were just like coordinators on steroids. That's the only way I could sit there and describe it. Now the last fight was it was incredible, right? Because the director in the beginning of the movie was explaining that old school fans are gonna like it. People who saw both Seed and Seed Destiny, they're gonna like it. There's a lot of homage paid to this movie, and this man did not disappoint. Okay, so on one level, it was really cool to sit there and see um, Shen in the actual Destiny again, Kira in the Strike Freedom, and so forth. I was like, oh, this is so cool, right? By the way, Shen was beasting in this movie, okay? I really felt like they gave him a raw deal in the series, because this is just what I heard, so, take this with a grain of salt. But the director's wife, who was co-writing the show, did not like Shin at all. And when you watch the series from Destiny, you can tell just how much, because he goes from a good guy to essentially the villain. Like he's still fighting for what he believes, his convictions and everything like that. But it's like they bring in Kira, and now he's the bad guy. But like in this movie, towards the end, he was a beast. Okay, he was a beast. And I'm watching this, right? I was like, it's so cool, it's so nostalgic and everything. And I'm just like, wait, hold on. If you couldn't beat these groups, this group, in your updated versions, what the hell makes you think that you can stand a chance in your last year models? There's one point where Athrun uses strike freedom, and I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. Well, eventually Kira gets it. He's going up against this guy, and let's just sit there and say things went tits up. Okay. And again, I'm on literally the edge of my seat. Because he starts to lose badly, right? Badly. And you can tell this too. It just outclasses the strike freedom in every manner. So it starts getting destroyed. Again, I'm literally on the edge of my seat. And once again, like the first time when he was about to get killed off, Aston comes in, saves him with the Zigok, I think. Yeah, listen, what um I know in Destiny people was just like they were kind of iffy. Some people loved the fact that they updated the really old school suits. Some people didn't. I thought it was personally cool to sit there and see him in one of Char's old suits, which was an underwater suit. I don't really understand how. Anyway, even Aston had problems when he fought one of the guys the first time. But he comes in, Lacus comes in with this extra pack because the thing is, everyone got upgrades, a bit of an upgrade in their suits, except for Kara. And I'm just like, okay, like Shin got a bit of an upgrade. Afton, where's his? Lacus saved his ass. Okay. By the way, when I saw it last night, the movie theater advertised it was sub, and of course they had the dub version. So they just started mispronouncing names, and I'm just like they called Lacus Lacouche, and I'm just like it was just something that was just kind of driving me insane, and it was like Yamato, and I was like Yamato, Yamato, how are you effing up on this name? Also was really cool in the beginning. When they had the director, you know, people were just asking the director questions about the movie and the process and everything like that. And they had the voice actors, and of course, they dressed and their characters' attire. Like the woman who voices Lacus, she was all pink and everything like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, like I said, Lacus saved his ass. Um, and it's just one of those things that was like I never expected the strike freedom to get body like that. I mean, I saw this guy's suit and it was fire, obviously. Um, and it's kind of sad because it's like, man, if they would have made the show with this level of intensity where it's like you didn't know if you know Athrun or Kira, especially Kira is damn near god level tier in both series. Okay, when he loses, it's 9 out of 10 times it's the BS, or again to sell a new toy. Listen, I love the freedom, I love strike freedom more, but I'm like, I don't know what they were thinking when they made Well, never mind. They were thinking money and selling toys. Um, anyway, just like I never expected the strike freedom to just get pressed this much. And when I mean pressed, I mean like it was losing power. Okay, it was losing power. And that's not even something theoretically is supposed to happen. Like the suit literally has a nuclear, like it's nuclear engine. So it's like theoretically, um, it has unlimited energy. But the way this guy was pressing him, it was literally pressing the suit to its absolute limits. Okay, both times when I saw the phase shift armor, like disappear and everything like that, it was like part of me just felt like my goddamn heart dropped. It was that intense. Um, so yes, this movie was just it delivered exactly what this guy set out to. Was at the end of the movie, he wanted to make sure that people had a good time, and he smiled, and he succeeded. It was so much of an intense movie. It's like it literally took me some time just to go to sleep. Like it was that much. It took me a little bit to kind of get back into the movie because, with these Gundam series, they like to do a lot of philosophical talks, right? And so if you don't really watch anime in a while, it's a different style of like talking, if that makes sense. Like everything's like exaggerated a little bit. And I can tell when he made the movie, um, there's a lot of jokes that I think that I would get, not necessarily because the show did a lot better in the East than it did the West, or the West in the East. Like it did a lot better for us, for American audiences, than it did in Japan. So I felt like a lot of the jokes, some of the jokes, the dialogue and stuff like that was literally made for. I mean, I haven't seen the subtitles yet. I mean, the sub version, so I don't know. But I feel like the general jokes was about the same. Now they do have this one chick, because it also was really cool to sit there and watch Kira and Shin actually team up to like fight some of these enemies. And he still bring back some of the old school suits like the Destroyer and stuff. So I thought it was really cool. Um, so if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. Definitely watch it. It is a really good movie. Um, it's it's good. If you're a Seed fan, if you're a Seed Destiny fan, you're gonna love this movie. You're gonna love this movie. I'm hoping that they do a part two. I don't know if I want them to do an actual TV show as opposed to a movie because you know they recycle a lot of fight scenes. Let me tell you something. As much as I enjoy Seed Destiny, there's a point where Shen is fighting Kira for the second time. They're doing this whole little sideways beam thing or whatever. When you pause it, you can clearly see that it's the freedom and not the strike freedom that he's fighting. So it's like how much of a shoestring budget was they on when they actually made that series? I understand that a lot of animes that are serious have to do recycle fight scenes, but like Street Fighter V, but but this movie, oof, I was gonna sit there and do this video last night, but like it was so intense. It's like I couldn't even sit there and really think straight. You know, so I was like, all right, let me do it today when I'm a little more chill. Anyway, if I left some stuff out, if some stuff that you liked about it, some stuff that you didn't like about it, towards the end of the movie when it ended, one of the girls that got up was like, I didn't like this. I didn't like the dub version. That it sucked. And I'm just like, that's your takeaway. That's literally your takeaway from this the whole 2 hour experience, and that's your takeaway. Um, I mean, I get it. It was advertised as sub, and we watched the dub, and 20 minutes in to the movie, they pause it. Guy comes out, says, "Hey, listen, you know, you can either do a full refund, you can come back when we get the sub version, you can watch the whole thing and get the sub version later on, come back and get the sub version afterwards." Which I probably should have done that too, because like this movie deserves a second watch because it was just that insane. Um, anyway, if you watched it, let me know what you liked about it, you didn't like about it, and yeah, see you in the next one.